What's going on, people? In this episode, we're gonna be upgrading my PRS SE. I'm Jorge Lanza, and now we break it down, baby. Alright, first and foremost, remember, like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we like to do on YouTube so that you and me can stay in touch with each other. Alright, now let's get to the video. So as you saw in the intro, I did this when I said upgrading, and that is just because every time like people change parts in a guitar and they're acting like they're upgrading, I don't feel like all the time is upgrading. In my opinion, this is upgrading because I'm turning my SE with import parts and I am upgrading it to the more expensive, more coveted, and allegedly better sounding USA pickups. I got these like back, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half ago. At that time, it was really hard to get them. So I got them out of this guy who took them out of another guitar or whatever. I felt so excited, and then like maybe like a couple months later, PRS dropped them. At least I get a good price on, so I'm still okay in that front. But I got the pickups right here. I haven't felt like confident enough to like actually go ahead and do the change just because I know it's gonna be like a lot of work. And I'm not afraid of working, but I'm afraid of work that might hurt my guitar. And since I'm not a pro at like soldering and all that kind of stuff, I'm just actually literally just trying things out. And these are pretty pricey for somebody who's just trying out. But I thought either way, I'd just bring you in to see my successes and failures. And we're just gonna see if I can actually change the pickups in this guitar. Just because I feel like it's gonna be a little bit daunting, because if you see right here, we have like this little coil splitting switches. And if you want to see a little bit more of like an in-depth review of this guitar, the PRS SE Custom 2408, I have a video right here for you. Go ahead, check it out later. You're gonna know a little bit more of it, but for now, why am I changing the pickups, honestly? I'm borderline afraid to do it just because these pickups sound so good. They have a little bit of a, I mean, once you get really picky, they have just a tiny, like the tiniest bit of like murkiness in the top end. But honestly, it's just not because they're import pickups. But what I'm saying is like, when we compare this guitar to other guitars, it's fine. But when you just like go in your mind and think about the perfect sound, this guitar has a tiny little bit of murkiness. A lot of other guitars do too. This is not just like, oh, this has bad pickups. This has great pickups. And the reason why I was saying in the beginning that I'm sort of afraid is because these are so good that I feel like if I replace them, I'm just actually changing the guitar and not just actually making it better, but taking the purest train of thought. You know, you have to trust Paul at some point. And if he says that these pickups are better, these pickups are better. You know, that's what he thinks is better. And I'm going to put them to the test and see if they actually fulfill what I think would be the only way to make this pickups better. So in my opinion, for the USA pickups or the core pickups to actually be better than the S versions, in my mind, they have to be a tiny little bit clearer. Just like it has a tiny bit of like an extra frequency in the mid-range and, you know, just a little bit clearer overall. And the dynamics are going to be a little bit more crisp. Because I feel like when you start getting in the lower registers of dynamic, your sound starts getting a little bit dull. So I do feel like there's a little bit of room to improve there. But again, I'm telling you, I am a music producer and I live in that splitting hairs area of life, but this is really splitting hairs for a guitar pickup. There's so much more that influences the tone than just the pickups that I'm afraid that it's not, that I'm gonna be sad in the end of this. But I'm excited that I might be super happy at the end. So, oh man, let's just try it.
I'm already feeling like I might regret this.
Okay, I'm gonna put this flat on my bench. I'm gonna grab my trusty screwdriver that you've seen in other episodes. Okay, do I even need to take this? Yes, there's probably gonna be grounding here. Let's take everything off. Thank you for being here again. I can't believe how many people watch these videos. I feel like they might be boring for some people, but honestly, you guys keep watching them, so I'm gonna keep making them. and these are all curiosities that I have. And I'm just happy to see that a lot of people have the same curiosities that I do. So happy to have you here. Maybe share with some friends, I would say, if you like this kind of content. Maybe they will like it too. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to stay on task and not get too distracted.
But ADD is real.
All right. Let's open this cavity again. Whew. And that's what I was afraid of. Let me show you the monster. Let's get closer here. Like there is a lot of cables there by like any standards. A lot of soldering spots. Oh my. Wow, there's an unbelievable amount of cables here. Wow. I can barely see in here. I don't, much less. Wow. Do I need to take the buttons all the way out and just like work outside? Because this is ridiculous to work in that little cavity. See, that's what I was saying. I'm afraid to do this. Wow. There's a lot of internal stuff happening too. Because I see stuff that might be coming from the pickups. I would say that this is the pickups. And there is... So hard to track. Okay, let's start by clipping that part right there. This is one of my favorite guitars. Really don't want to mess it up. And I got no budget to take it to a luthier. I'm telling you, this looks incredibly hard. I'm gonna need to make like notes and everything. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to go do a little bit of research and to see like if the color codes on the cables, because you see we have black, and then we have red, and then we have a green and a white, and then we have a sleeve. We need to figure out if these colors are the same colors that I'm seeing inside the guitar already. So let's do that and we'll be back. Okay, so I think I had a little bit of a mental breakthrough, right? So just like by fishing the cables, I of course cut the little thing and unbraided them and stuff. So I see that the neck pickup, for example, there's only one cable that goes right here, right? Then the three other cables go right here. One goes down and two right here. That seems achievable, at least like
Possible.
for somebody with my skills. However, I'm not sure that I can do it inside the cavity because I do not want to burn all the other cables around it, you know what I mean? But it seems to me like plausible. I just need to make notes of where everything goes and I think I'll be fine. And then the bridge, curiously enough, it has a very different wiring scheme because they are actually using the big ground cable, like the braid part of it that I have right here as grounding. And then in there, I guess they're using the white cable as well. However, when I got these, if you see the white cable, it's like soldered to the green one. And in Disassembly, they are not. I think we're gonna be able to make it all happen. Let me do a few preparations, and when I come back next time, we're just gonna go get our hands dirty. Let's go. Okay, so we're back. And so what we were doing is like, we were trying to strip all these cables and to make sure that we have like the tips out so that it's a little bit easier to do the soldering because they were like all uneven and stuff. So yeah, we just cleaned that up a little bit. We were using this gripper thing, worked out pretty good. Had all the sizes that I needed, and so we're gonna start disassembling the guitar. But first and foremost, and probably the most important piece of advice that you're gonna get in this video, measure everything and take notes. Especially because in this video, I already did a few sound examples with the same set of strings and everything so that we can compare the sound of the pickups after. So we're gonna take measurements of like, for example, the height between the pickup and the string to make sure that we have something very, very similar in the end, and we can do actually some serious fair comparisons. So let's do that real quick. And now I'm gonna make notes of where the cables are going. Okay, I think like now we can start disassembling the guitar. Or maybe we start by putting the pickup rings on the new pickups. Hey, if you're still here, thank you so much for being here. Remember, like and subscribe. Okay, once this goes out, there's no coming back. First cable out. Okay, the next few components shouldn't be that hard to like melt the solder. What's gonna be hard is to not melt everything around it. Let's just try it, man. I'm sorry, you know, I'm an amateur. I've never done this. Like, Okay, that smells like plastic. If you don't know what that means that amateur hour was on full effect. Okay, so both pickups are unplugged, not out yet. But so, I'm gonna turn my iron off for a few minutes as I take all the parts out and prepare the new pickups to go in. Let's go. I think everything is going okay so far. I hope this is as hard as it's gonna get. I was taking the pickups out and I thought I should be documenting all this. Fairly interesting to see this, huh? Let me pick it up. It looks like it's like a very long tenon, huh? Even on the import version, PRS is using a long neck tenon. Okay, I feel like we have done no damage yet. Get that pickup this out. Boop. There you go. It's like, yeah, like the bobbin feels like way smaller. What does it say? It says PTP, blah, blah, blah. The weight, very different. Wow. Because the USA pickups are heavy, man. There you go. Okay. So both pickups go there. Wow. Very asymmetrical, the cut. Oh, because these are very different. The import ones, the grounding goes in the center. It's crazy. All right, so we're good on that front already. Okay, let's try feeding the pickups. Let's see what's up. So I'm gonna need this guy. Oof, the screw fits. I'm so thankful. Because I tend to have a lot of these issues of like, oh, the import version versus the American version. The screws don't fit. The screwdriver doesn't fit. But that's great. Okay, so that's how they look with their pickup ring. I think it's pretty great. So we have the neck done already. Now let's do the bridge. Same thing. Okay, so I did put the pickup rings on it and I think it looks great. I love the fact that they're recessed, the screws for the height. And I do like that they had like little, let's see, like little plastic pieces in there that hold the springs together. Even the pickup rings are good. So nice. Let's start feeding these pickups in this guitar. I think we're gonna have to start like this, right? We'll see how hard this is. I can't believe how easy these parts fit. I think that's again a testament of what these people are doing at PRS, because this has been like painless and all the parts are aftermarket. I mean, they're all PRS parts. But they're like from different manufacturers and different parts of the world, you know what I mean? Okay, so this is our neck, and let me label it. If we've learned something is that labeling helps you. So now we know that the one with the piece of tape is the neck. We don't even have to write anything. We just don't put tape on the other one. There you go. Yeah, it felt like something was like not letting it go all the way down. Now it's just like, the other one fits so perfect. This one should too. And so far, I've been able to save the strings, which is, oof, great. More than because I don't want to get a new set of strings, because I really wanted to do the sound comparison with the same strings. You know what I mean? Because they're going to be like pretty similar, the level of wear that they have. But if I change them brand new to brand new, I don't know if I really actually have them at the same spot. It's going to be really hard. So I feel this is going to be easier. Yeah. We are a little bit closer than we should on this pickup. But we'll see how that affects the tone. And I already see that somebody was tinkering with the height of the poles. But whatever. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, so after a lot of troubleshooting and trying to figure out how this cabling works, I finally think I got it. I went to the PRS website and I did a lot of testing. So in the end, I figured out what's going on. They're replacing black with white. So if you go to the PRS website and you try to find the PRS SE Custom 2408 wiring, that's gonna give you a wiring that is exactly what you need to use for this guitar when you buy the US TCI pickups, aka the core. And the only difference, it's gonna be that you're gonna swap white with black. So I think that's a great tip right there. I'm gonna make sure that I put it right here, the wiring diagram. And so now we're just gonna try to go ahead and do it. I already got one of the cables in. I'm gonna keep doing the rest. I'm starting with the bridge. And so according to my diagram, I need red right here. And I'm trying to be mindful of if I'm coming in from behind or from the front in the little toggle switch, because I want to make sure that I don't have the possibility of two cables touching each other, right? It's working. So I guess that part is done. Let me wrap a couple things up and I'll be right back with you. I even forgot that we were recording. Okay, so after a lot of work and a lot of soldering and a lot of trying to figure out how this cabling works, here we go. Here we have it. Beautiful guitar, beautiful pickups, and we're ready to go. Why don't we go hear some tones? Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna start on the single coil positions. And let's go all the way to the neck, volume all the way up. Wow, the dynamic range. Let's do a little test. Start really soft. Basically, you only hear the pick. And then another thing, I have the guitar all the way up, and I don't remember being able to do that with the old pickups. So maybe these are a little bit lower output. And like I said, this is just a quick look right now, because to give you a full proper review of the pickups, we're gonna have to do a bunch of comparisons and I would have to live with them a little bit longer, but we're gonna see what happens in this quick look. So far, right here in single coil position in the neck, it feels pretty much like a Strat, I think. I'm not gonna do it. I know you want me to, but I'm not gonna do it. This is the middle. There's like a little bit of a vintage vibe to it. It sounds really nice. Now let's try the bridge. I think that's what I was saying. The neck gets a little bit higher than the bridge, and we feel that volume drop. And of course, there are vast amounts of bass frequency. I love this neck pickup already. Let me take the volume down a little bit more. I used to be very comfortable, like around 8.5. I really like the sounds. Right now that I lowered the volume a little bit more, I hear a little bit more of like a woody tone to it. especially right here on this A. Let's go to the bridge. It's not overly bright, huh? When you open the chord to that higher voicing, it feels a lot better, huh? Should we hear a few humbucker sounds? Let's go. Let's start with the neck. It's got such a beautiful mid-range. Mind you, I have the volume in 8.5. It's not even like all the way up. I feel like as a player, the first thing, or like the thing that actually comes out the most is how responsive it feels. But it just feels so good. I sort of like the single coil a little bit better. It's that little extra top end. I just love it. I kind of want to compare it to a Strat. Let's just bring my trusty Remy. See, you hear more what I was talking about. It does have a woody tone because when you hear it on the Strat, it doesn't have it. I really like the tone of this guitar. Anyway, let's go back to that Strat. To the PRS. Neck pickup, single coil, 8.5. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say? Very, like, single coil, wow. I was thinking about it already, but I didn't want to say too much without actually comparing first, because I feel like with all these things of sound and appreciation, you quickly forget what things sound like and you're just like stuck with the memory. But at least in my memory, it made me feel like it was like a Strat sounding, and it is a Strat sounding guitar, but I mean, it's still a little too hot. Let me lower it a little bit more, see what happens. This feels a little bit more like the Strat. Now let's hear the middle with the bridge and humbucker and the neck split. Maybe the neck is a little too dominant right now. I love the dynamic range. I love how it makes you feel when you're playing. So definitely, from a player's perspective, it's a good vibe. I don't know exactly what the big difference would be, because right now, of course, I cannot remember to detail what the sound of the guitar was, but I can feel a change. I can feel it is positive. It is making me feel good as I play it, although it might be just like the honeymoon phase, like we say. But we'll see. I cannot give you like a full review at the moment because I'll have to like put it to its paces, compare it, like we say, all these things that you've seen me doing on the channel. By the way, let me know if you like those 7 guitars, 1 riff kind of videos, because I would like to do a bunch more if you guys like it too. And give me ideas, maybe in the comment section. That'll be fun. Anyway, I think that, yeah, pickups, at least, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, I feel like to be an upgrade, I would have to get a little bit more clarity, and I got it. And I feel like I didn't lose anything. I'm not feeling any sad at all about the change. So overall, so far, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't feel like it was a problem. I feel like it was pretty hard to get here, but we got here, and I think we got to somewhere really nice. I can't wait to try it and see, like, give you objectively my, I don't know, like my verdict, let's call it. But for now, at first look, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. It sounds like a player's guitar. It makes you feel comfortable. Whatever you want to say about the SEs, that's whatever you want to say. But so far, very good. Stay tuned for more because I will do a bunch of tests. I'm going to put it to its paces and stay tuned for the back-to-back comparison with both sets of pickup. Anyway, I think I'm saying too much. Remember, like if you like this video, definitely subscribe. Stay warm, stay safe. Go to the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Other than that, I'm out.